Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. In the last episode we became part of the commune, and we also have a mystery to collect spores in this part of the world. I'm not entirely sure where all the spores are. I know we can collect spores in the mushroom fields, which makes sense, but other than that I'm not too sure. Obviously we're still waiting to meet Feng. He's somewhere. But before we do any of that, we need to rest. In our house, I guess? Can I rest in the house? I guess we can rest here, actually. We can rest in the Haifa Dorm. Ooh, Maywick's getting close. I should probably be worried. Okay, we got 4 dice, which is pretty good. We can use those dice somewhere. We still have a little bit left to do on our actual house, don't we? Let's have a look. I don't think it's going to be any better than the Haifa commune, but since I started so much, like I've put so much into this already, I can feed the stray again. Hey. I'm going to buy some crackers. Let's see what happens. The stray crunches up the crackers as you watch. Sometimes they let you stroke them, sometimes not. Oh wait, I actually went there too. What do we need to do here? Do we need to do anything here? Oh no, we finished. Okay, never mind. I completely forgot that I finished that. Whoops. That's fine. Here is Feng. Feng is ready. Let's go speak to Feng. Feng grins at you as the bay door slides open. Above, in the rest of the building, people are busy, frightened. They speak in hushed tones and organize endless meeting after endless meeting. Heaven Edge have avoided a full-blown crisis for now, but change is coming. Feng is in good spirits and bundles you inside before you even have the chance to greet him. That was the slickest operation this station has seen. He hugs you firmly. You made my job easy. He shakes you by the shoulders. I'm so proud. And I got to watch through the cameras as the Heaven Edge security that weren't in on it assaulted the station. Feng smiled. One of them straight up just whacked Hardin with their pistol. It was beautiful. They have him? He's being held, yeah? He looks around. I think the idea is to use him as leverage with Conway. Get him to back off. Maybe they'll exile him when they're done, or hand him over to some core authority. Feng shrugs. Now I know we won't be an issue. Now I know he won't be an issue. I'm going to be focusing on systems for a bit. He shakes his head, seeing as that's my actual job. He points to the ceiling. The people upstairs weren't so happy though. They've been fielding questions about the state of the eye right and left since the recording got out. People are scared. Is it true? Feng looks at you directly. Not if we don't want it to be. He touches a stack of hardware. The eye is old, and it was never meant to run like this. The master control points that Erlin and Heaven Edge installed, they keep it spinning from the rim. That isn't ideal. But if you are asking me if the eye will stop spinning next cycle, no, he smiles. And me and a ton of other skilled people will be working to stop it happening in the cycle after that. Hardin's problem was that he didn't believe in people. He believed in systems and their ability to shape the world around them. Feng squeezes your shoulder. But as far as I am concerned, people should be the ones running the systems, not the other way round. Anyway, Feng raps on the side of his terminal. I know you didn't come down here for a lecture, yet my tracker... I haven't forgotten. He produces a thumbnail drive. I managed to finish that code solution I showed you. It's a modified Ripper worm, one made to deactivate that tracker of yours. But in the time since I got back, I added something extra. That tracker of yours doesn't just show SNR where you are, it transmits data about the state of your body, your current condition. My worm won't just deactivate it, it'll edit that data to tell SNR your body is irreparably damaged. DNR, do not revive. He grins widely. Pretty smart, right? That's perfect. Just slot it in already. You take the drive and hold it in your hand. And you close your eyes and open up your access ports. Take down your defenses. The worm immediately enters your closed network. It whips through it, taking things with it as it goes. The moment they are gone, you forget they were ever there. They just blink out of existence. A second later, it is done. You open your eyes. How do you feel? Asks Feng, a little nervously. I kind of feel the same. Give it time. He pats you on the shoulder and looks at his terminal screen. The logs tell me it works, so feel it or not, you are free. Feng lets the word free hang in the air a little before he continues. Seems like it might be finally time for a celebration. Feng wraps his arm around you. Jenna still owes us those drinks. He laughs and you join him. And later, when you leave, you feel deeply thankful for having such a friend. As you walk away from the building, you look up at the wide curve of the eye, up at the hub and the other rim beyond it. The whole thing twinkles with lights, and it seems impossible to see it as anything other than breathtakingly beautiful. It feels in that moment like something eternal. That doesn't mean it can, or ever should, last forever, or that it will never change, fade, or decay. It simply means that in this moment, this place has a future, and it is one that you know, deeply and truly, is worth protecting. Hey, we got an upgrade point. So how has that affected me? Because the man's still coming. Oh no, he's gone. You haven't finished with this cycle. Complete active scenes to proceed, huh? Yeah, the tracker's gone. I don't know how this is affecting me. We have 3 upgrade points. I guess I should maybe get photosynthetic skin? I don't know. Well, let's have a look around. We'll see what things we can actually do. I got a funny feeling we're like right near the end of the game here. That may have been like an end state. Apparently we can speak to Ethan, the cynical bounty hunter. Let's go see what Ethan wants. The compressor is almost empty when you enter. A couple of scattered patrons in the booths and a lone bartender. The bartender recognizes you immediately when you arrive and nods, and you return the greeting. You know already that you won't find Ethan here, but you had to be sure. With your tracker reporting you dead, he wouldn't have stuck around. You look at the empty stool, his empty stool, and you smile. You can imagine him on it, when his slate chirps, letting him know that the target he was tracking is dead. You can imagine the screaming and the swearing too. Is that all you were to Ethan? Another target? Or was there something else going on? It seems like a foolish question to ask now, when he has fled the station, but it bothers you anyway. You take one last look and walk out. You doubt you will ever come back to this place, or the memories it holds. You walk back out into the lights of the bright market and allow yourself a smile. So this is what Feng meant when he said you were free. You could get used to this. Awesome. That's really cool. So we got rid of Ethan. We don't have to worry about him anymore. Well, part of me's a little bit upset. I kind of wanted to see what happens if we help him, but I guess it allows other playthroughs to play out differently depending on who you support. There is one thing that I really want to do, and I'm just going to cross to the greenway here. I want to find the person that Ankita was trying to find. I should be slightly concerned about the amount of money I have, but let's have a look here. It's the wild margins, isn't it? Let's see if we can find them. They're all risky and whatever, but they're intuition and interface, the two things that I'm very good at. I guess we'll go with risky. Search for signals rather than hiking around the wilderness. You can make use of your skills, tap into the cloud and find Ashton by signals. Oh god, we have nothing but 5s and a 4. Maybe I should... Let's use the 4. How many is this going to make it go up? 3. In theory, I could do it right now and still have a 5 left over. You notice a spike of activity. A vast transfer of information taking place. What is happening out there? It feels like a bit of a waste using 5s and 6s here, but let's just get it done. There we go. We've tracked Ashton. And here he is. Ankita, a stranded mercenary. A trail ahead extends deep into the overgrown section of the Greenway. At this far end of the ring, where the long, lazy curve of the Greenway becomes the shattered landscape of the wastes, things are oddly quiet. Ahead stands a vast farm stack, broken from its axis by rust or force, and lying amongst the overgrown landscape like an ancient temple. It is stained with moss and algae, flows of green running out from its broken tanks like a frozen, brackish tide. This is where Ashton is hiding. You are pretty sure. All your intuition points to the shadows beneath this collapsed superstructure. You roll the comm headset Ankita gave you into your palm. Let's call Ankita, I'm not going in alone. You slip the headset into your ear and it fizzes with static. After a few moments, you hear Ankita. Sleeper, have you located the target? A doubt enters your mind. Can you be sure he is here? Come now. Copy. Hold tight until I get there. The static cuts out. The channel is dead. You hold your position and watch the trail. Ahead, the stars wheel with the motion of the eye, and your mind wanders. You try to imagine what this place looked like before the collapse. All ordered rows of crops, corporate pleasure gardens, glowing farm stacks. Now, it is a wilderness, a strange, overgrown biosphere, bordered by the void of space. You smile. Despite everything, it seems like an improvement. Sleeper, Ankita's hiss brings you out of your reverie. He in the collapsed stack? I think so. Gives you a look. You better be right. Well, there's no way I'm following that trail. If he's up there, he'll have eyes on that for sure. She glances across the landscape. Let's keep to the undergrowth. Work our way round. She heads off toward the central spine of the Greenway, with you following close behind. It is slow going there, where the overgrowth meets the metal wall, but it is so concealed that you can barely see the glass roof high above. Ankita somehow seems to know where to go. Ankita works her way through dense undergrowth, pushing aside branches and fronds. It is exhausting, and you desperately want to rest. But Ankita shows no signs of letting up. Up ahead, there is a faint glow from the collapsed stack. Ankita leads you around the side to a broken tank. You both step through the opening, trying to avoid the broken glass that sits among the moss and algae. You work your way up the slanted tank, Ankita setting a deliberate pace. Somewhere, water drips, and you swear you hear birdsong. Hanging plants catch the light, coating the place in a pale and sickly green. Ankita reaches the edge of the tank, where it meets the central drum, and holds up a hand for you to stop. You inch forward and look over the edge. The vast drum is like a cistern with plants growing on all sides, and wet, mossy islands at its base. It is beautiful, and for a moment you can't see anything but tones of green. Then you see the sleeper. In a faint circle of light descending down through the drum, the sleeper lies slumped at an odd angle. They are surrounded by crates, and beside them, on one of the mossy islands, there is an object, a cylinder set on a tarp. It is connected to the sleeper's head. You flinch. Are they one of the others? One of the ones that escaped with you? You squint, trying to recognize them. They are twisted, broken open. Wrong. You look away. Ankita doesn't look at you. She doesn't look at the sleeper. She fixes her eye on the object. "That's Amber's shipmite," she says. And you suddenly recognize the cylinder. Wait. You turn to Ankita to speak, but she is already gone. She drops off the edge of the tank and lands on one of the mossy islands, her armor letting out a hiss as it absorbs the impact. The shot hits her shoulder piece, the ceramic armor cracking but holding as she braces into the impact. Then she launches herself forward, and now activated armor launching her across the drum. Another shot goes wide before she reaches the cover of the crates beside the sleeper. "Shit!" You hear the shout from one of the tanks, high on the far wall. Ankita reaches over and wraps a hand around the thick connection between the shipmind and the sleeper. What is she doing? "You better come down here or I'll rip this right out of their head," she screams at the wall of tanks. You shiver at the suggestion. Let's stay silent. Let's let Ankita deal with us. There's a long pause. All you can hear is the dripping of the water running down the walls of the drum. Then Ashton calls out. "I'm coming down, Ankita. Don't do anything stupid, for God's sake." He appears at the far side of the drum, stepping through the shallow water, rifle raised above his head. "Drop the gun," Ankita shouts. He throws it down onto the moss. As you lean out to watch, you see him catch your eye, clocking your presence. "What are you up to here, Ashton, you sicko?" She stands, keeping her sidearm trained on his head. "You ripped my ship mine for what? Some freakish experiment?" Ashton approaches with shaking hands, his eyes now fixed on the connecting bundle of wires that Ankita still has hold of. "Steady, Ankita. It isn't like that. I needed the ship mine. You have to understand. They would have died without it." "What are you talking about? I don't give a shit why you ripped my ship mine and crippled my ship. I should put you down right now." She tightens her grip on the connection. "Typically you, Ankita. No curiosity." Ashton smiles shakily. "That's why I never asked for it. For your help. You only look after yourself." He nods at you. "That sleeper up there. They're just bait, right? To draw me out." Ankita sucks a breath in. "Are you trying to give me more reasons to shoot you?" "I love them, Ankita." Ashton looks at the crumpled sleeper. "I love them and they were gonna die. I know you would never understand that." He starts closing the gap between himself and Ankita now, slowly inching forward. "Don't do that, Ashton," Ankita snarls. "Don't do that." "Let the wires go, Ankita. Let us go. If you don't get out of my way." He inches closer. "Please." "I can't let you take it, Ashton." Ankita hardens her stare. You stole it from me. You left me for dead. She shakes her head. You think I'm going to trust you after all of that? I need it, Ankita. I need them to survive. Ashton is in reach of the sleeper now, of Ankita. I'm going to take them now, Ankita. He raises a hand. I'm going to take the ship mine and go. Ankita loosens her grip on the connection a little. Her hand is shaking now. Stop, Ashton. He lowers the gun a little. Stop. Seeing her drop her guard, he makes his move. A blur of movement, a struggle, a shot. Another. You recoil back behind the edge as they ricochet around the inside of the drum, the sound deafening you. When you crawl back to the edge, Ashton is bleeding into the water, the red and the green. Ankita is standing at the center of the drum, the severed connection in her hand. The water drips endlessly, drip after drip after drip. You force yourself to look at the broken sleeper. There is no sign of life, of humanity. They are just another broken object among other broken objects, while all around living things grow and thrive. Ankita finally looks back up at you, tears in her eyes. She begins to say something that might be sorry. But you are already gone. That did not play out how I expected it to play out. Maybe I should have gone in on my own, and we could have found out more about what that was. Why did he have a sleeper attached to a ship mine? I assume she was dying? Or it was dying. But I think that's a perfect place for me to end this episode. So thank you all very much for watching. Please like, subscribe, let me know what you think. Your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does help keep the channel going, and it means the world to me. As always, I'll see you next time.